everybody, it's Kristin and I have some empties for you. It is time to show you what I have used up and have tossed away through the month of September. And I have a pretty decent amount in my little 31 bin here. And normally I try to film empties on the floor behind me. You guys have probably seen that the majority of the time. But that can only happen when it is daylight, so on a weekend. Today is a Tuesday morning. It is a Tuesday morning at about 5:30 in the morning, so I have to be here. And that means I can't organize my trash. So I'm just gonna have to pull things out and we'll see what I pull out. All right, so I actually have two of these. I think I finished one of these up just at the day or two after I filmed my last one, so I didn't actually go through two of these in 1 month, but this is the Trader Joe's Coconut Body Butter. I love these. I absolutely love them. And for those of you that maybe don't know, I don't have Trader Joe's around me anywhere. And the last time that I, well, not the last time, one of the last times that I showed this and said that I, it just smells so good. And said that I didn't have a Trader Joe's, but that I would definitely repurchase again. So many of you were very kind and sent me some. So I think I have maybe 4 left of my backups of the Trader Joe's body butter. So, if you've never smelled this, it smells like it smells like vacation, but like a warm vacation. So there's coconut to it and like a warm vanilla almost. That's how I think it smells. And while it's very thick, it really sinks into the skin. You smell this all day long on you, so if you don't like a scent that lingers, you probably wouldn't like this, but I absolutely love this. All right, that's probably enough about the body butter. A couple of hair products I seem to have here. Another Tresemme hairspray. I hate to continue to show things that I always use, but on the flip side of that, there are always new people and new subscribers, or maybe somebody that just happens upon a video and wants to know about a really great drugstore hairspray. Tresemme Tray 2. I love this hairspray. It is absolutely holy grail. I will continue to repurchase forever and ever, amen. Well, you know, I shouldn't say that. This is the Not Your Mother's Whip It Up Cream Styling Mousse for all hair types. I've talked about this. This is one of my favorite mousses. Not sure that's a word, but it's one of my favorite ones for when I leave my hair naturally curly or naturally wavy. Take your pick. I like this one, and I also like the Sebastian whipped cream. So this is a good drugstore option. And another hair thing is that I think I used up the conditioner last time, and this is the shampoo, the Redken Diamond Oiled High Shine Shampoo. I like this. I did not like the conditioner at all. It was a gel conditioner. I didn't find it conditioning in the slightest, but this is a really nice shampoo. I don't know that it made my hair high shine, but I really liked the shampoo. So I generally tend to purchase shampoos and conditioners together. So I don't know that I would repurchase that, only because I like them together. You know what I'm saying? All right, I have a hand cream in here that is not the Neutrogena hand cream. So I do have quite a few other hand creams that I do need to work through, but I can only really do that in the summer because otherwise my hands get really dry, and that's why I always use the Neutrogena. But this is the Balea Urea Hand Cream Intensive, blah, 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 blah. I don't even know. It's all in German. It was a gift to me from a subscriber that lives in Germany. So I really liked this. It was very thin, yet still moisturizing. It's definitely one that would not work for me in the winter, but again, I have extreme dry hands in the winter. So this is really nice if you're in a country where you can get this. Again, it's Balea Urea Hand Cream. I loved it. It was really nice. I went through a pack of, and these were sent to me from a subscriber in Canada, the Quo Luxury Cotton Pads. I've actually shown these in the favorites before. I really like these. I need to find something like this here in the States. It's a round eye cotton. Well, it's a round cotton. I use it on my eyes and for my toner. But one side's kind of exfoliating on the other. But the key is that it didn't fall apart when I was using it. And so I really, really liked that. So these are, again, the Quo Luxury Cotton Pads. They're awesome. If you are in Canada, which is where Quo is sold, hook yourself up. All right, I have a couple of makeup wipes. I went through the last one of these that I had. So this is the Absolute. It has a little exclamation point at the end. 60, I'll show you. Absolute. With vitamin E cucumber. It's 5:30, what can I say? Cucumber extract. This is not my favorite one. My favorite one I think is the green tea. But I had purchased a bunch of these and I've used that one up. I would not repurchase this one again, but I really liked the one from Absolute within the green tea. And then I have just another sample of the sample size, the travel size. I always have these on hand of the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes. I actually was able to. I actually remembered to save a couple of sheet masks. I used more than this, but you know. So this one is the Bamboo Fresh Essence Mask, and it's from Ari Taum. I'm not really sure. That's the name on the bottom. And this one was very nice. This one, it says Hydrating Bamboo Mask and soothes and moisturizes skin. I really liked this one. It was a good, it added moisture, but it didn't, you know, sometimes you add moisture and you just feel like your skin has this, like, I don't know, I can't explain it. Almost like a film over it. I don't know. Anyway, this one was very nice and it fit my face very well. I always try to remember that. And this one, I have to actually, this was one of the milky ones, which I don't like as much. Well, it's shea butter. That's probably why. So this is also by Fresh Essence. And it's a shea butter mask. And I liked it, but I don't love the milky ones quite as much. So there's that. I'm not sure how helpful that was. All right, so I have some kind of body care, skin care. Boy, I can't believe I didn't go through more body care this time. Normally I have at least a... Oh, you know why? I will tell you why. It's an empty, but I don't have an empty to show you. I used one of the Dove moisturizing. I will list it below, exactly the bar soap that it was. I don't generally use bar soap, but I think I got 2 bars of it in an Allure beauty box, and then I got another Allure beauty box with 2 more of them in there. And so I decided I better start using them. And the one that I used, I really liked. It lasted forever. Like, I feel like it lasted me almost 2 months. It was really, really nice. I really liked it. So I used up a bar of Dove soap. And then this is what I use for shaving. This is the L'Occitane Almond Shower Oil. I really, really like this. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people say it smells like almonds. Some people say it smells like Play-Doh. I think it smells like Play-Doh, but it works for me, and that's really all that matters. All right, I used up the toner that I use, which is the Camp Cosmetics in Tone. I really like that. I will continue to repurchase, and I will continue to repurchase this as well. The moisturizer that I use, like the one that is my Holy Grail current moisturizer, is the Illume moisturizer from Camp Cosmetics. But I have other stuff in my back stock, which I point back here because I have all my skincare in that dresser right there. And I really wanted to work through these. So I've kind of been every othering. So I use one of my Camp Cosmetics Illume, and then I'll switch to use up something that I have in my drawer. So I used up the last container that I had, and I had quite a few of these. The Regenerative Anti-Aging Moisturizer from Elgenist. I do really like this. This is one that I used for years and years and years before I found the Illume. The Illume is a little bit less expensive and it works better with my skin, but this is also a good option. So keep an eye on QVC. They seem to frequently have today's special values with Elgenist, and the Elgenist serum, which is another thing that I'm working on. I got both of these together in this today's special value, and it was a really special value. I have a couple of little sample packets I used up. This is the Elgenist Hyaluronic Acid and Microlage Oil. It was a moisturizer. It was nice. It wasn't anywhere as nice as the Regenerative in my opinion. And this was terrible. This is the Boscia Oil-Free Daily Hydration in SPF 15. I shouldn't say it was terrible. It was terrible for my drier skin. I could tell right away that I had used this and not, you know, either the Elgenist or the Camp Cosmetics. But this is what that looks like, in case you're curious. I really didn't like it at all. I didn't find it to be moisturizing in the slightest. But that's just me. Okay, I have some makeup. No, wait, before that. I used this up, and I heard Mary from A Love Tart talk about this as well, that she liked this. This is the Chapstick Total Hydration Sweet Peach 3-in-1 Lip Care. And I don't think I showed this last month. I feel like I've talked about this, but I did use that all up, and this was really nice. I don't like it as much as I like the Lip Drench, which is the one I was using previously to this, but it's nice. I'm sure, I think it might even have an SPF. It might be meant for during the day, but I used it at night and it worked well. So I had thrown the mascaras that I was using. Once a quarter I do a mascara roundup video, which did just post this past weekend, if I remember correctly. So the mascaras that I had in there was talked about was the Lancome Definicils, which I will not repurchase again. The Dior Show, which I will not repurchase again. The Lash Domination from Bare Minerals. This one just really flaked on me, and it hadn't done that in the past. So I think I have one more maybe of these in my stash, but I don't know about repurchasing. And then I'm going to set this down actually and show you. I forgot to show the brush on this. This is the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill, and it was the winner for the quarter for me. And I'm going to show you, that's what the brush looks like. So my apologies for those of you. I'm going to try to mention it in the comments to you guys that I didn't show the brush, but that's what that looks like. I love this mascara. It transfers in a hot minute, let me tell you. You have to use something on top of it if you have that issue. But I love it. It does amazing things for your lashes. I'm digging to the bottom of my container where all my makeup is, and I just remembered one of in my Use It Up products video, which just went up on, well, it's going up today, but for you it was on Tuesday. This was one of the things that was in there, and I'm so sad that I forgot to talk about this in there. This is the Dr. Jart Water Fuse BB Beauty Balm Multi-Action Skincare. This is really nice beauty balm, and if for certain the Guerlain BB cream does get discontinued on me ever, I think I would consider this one. I would need to purchase a full size and do a little more testing, but this was a really nice beauty balm. It worked really, really well to just kind of even things out, and then I just would put a mineral powder over the top of it or a powder foundation over the top of it. Worked really well. I really liked that. I also had, this is another one that I could have talked about. So this is the Cream Nova, I think is how you say it, by Giorgio Armani. Was a sample that I got with an order that I had placed. And this is really nice. I can't show you much, but this sucker's like $200. So as nice as this was, I will not be repurchasing a foundation, or purchasing a foundation that is $200, but it was really nice. This one I just finished. This is the MAC. And I'm not going to do a full foundation video on this, I don't think. It's the MAC Pro Longwear, the waterproof one. I'll list the name of it below. I was in the shade NW20. This was not good for me. I had to mix it with, I used my Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. I just did not like this. It made my skin look just terribly dry. And particularly on my chin, I would get pores where I didn't have pores. And this was just not a winner for me. Just sad because I wanted to like it because everybody else likes it. I have a lip gloss in here that I'm tossing because it does not smell very good anymore, and I've had it for a long time. This is Buxom and Dolly, and you can see I did use a good chunk of it. Hopefully you guys can see that. I used a really good chunk of it, but it just, and it's actually one of my favorite shades to just throw on top of just about anything. But yeah, whoo buddy, that is not good anymore. And I hadn't opened it in a while, and I opened it the other day and I was like, ooh, that needs to go in the empties. Alright, I have a powder foundation that I used up. This is just one that I always have in rotation. I use powder foundations differently. So I have some that I just use on top of my foundation just for a little bit more added coverage and longevity. And then I have this one that I wear when I just want, I'm not wearing any liquid foundation, I'm just wearing maybe a little bit of concealer and foundation. And so that's the one from Camp Cosmetics in Take 2. I can't, well here, I'll show you. This is the new one. In case you're wondering like what the shade looks like, I am in the shade R1. Looks like that. Although I feel like my lights are probably making that a little bit bleached out, so to speak. But at any rate, I did use every single, and I have to tell you, this is the first powder that I've used where it just easily came away. As I was using it, it didn't break up, it didn't you know, like shatter, and I was able to use all of it around the edge without having, like, it came away from it easily without ruining my brush. Anyway, just thought I'd share that apparently. And lastly, this was one of the products in my Use It Up and that I had lost, and then I found again, the Chanel Waterproof Stilo in a Bean. So I did use that all up. So it looks like that. I don't know why, it's like proof. I feel like I have to prove it. And then I used up another Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is the one, I think, in medium brown. I was just talking about this the other day. Yes, medium brown. I really love this. I think for me and for my brows, the way I like to do them right now, this is my favorite. I feel like I get the most I get a defined brow without it being a chiseled brow. Does that make any sense? And I just really, really like this. I like the Catrice brow pencil that I'm using right now, but I don't get as defined of a line or defined of a brow as I get with this. But I'm going to use that up. That's because it's on my list of things to use up. So I think that that is everything that I have to show you guys. On my face today, I am wearing the NARS All Day Luminous. I believe it's a sample that I have. It's in the shade Mont Blanc, which is otherwise known as Light 2. This is a friend of mine, Lynette from Living by Lynette. I'll link her below. She sent me a sample of that a while back and I just hadn't got to using it, so I'm working through my samples. For blush today, I have the Camp Cosmetics blush in Nouveau on, which is right here. On my eyes, I used Amber Lights from MAC. This is one of my favorite fall eyeshadow combos. Right here, Amber Lights. And then I have a little bit of, not a little bit, I have a good chunk of Sketch in the outer corner, which is this shade right here. And I pulled just a little bit of Sketch beneath my lower lash line. And then I have the Pixi, is it in black? I think I have it scratched off of there, but black as my liner, upper lash liner. And then on my lips today, I have Spice Lip Liner from MAC. And then I have Daringly Nude from the Maybelline matte line, which looks like that, over the top of that. So I filled my lips in completely with Spice and then this over the top. And I think that is everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.